Hello, Wendy Gerhart here, and welcome to your energy update for the week of February 17th. I cannot believe that we are already like halfway through February. It feels like 2024 was just ending, and we're already getting ready to move into Pisces season. Okay, so as we get started, I'm just going to jump straight into the cards. So the first card we have is the Knight of Pentacles. And that is coupled with, we've got the change card, and this is really beautiful. You can see kind of like the clouds, a very playful, this feels like a very playful, childlike kind of energy, head in the clouds sort of energy. When we talk about the Knight of Pentacles, this is, perhaps some perseverance, it's like you've been really, really patient. You could see that he's just sort of like sitting on his horse. Um, just real beautiful energy here. We've got, we had this card recently, Toadstool, right? And this is the growth energy. This is a lot to do with mushrooms. This is the energy of 44 or the eight. The eight, when we talk about the eight energy, this is very much has to do with the pranic body, with the breath. And then that is coupled with solutions, and this is Archangel Zedekiel. And it says success that comes from objective compromise, self-control, and patience, forgiving and healing energy. And you see that he is pouring energy or pouring water, we could say, from one cup into the other, sort of the light of the sun shining on his back. Uh, yeah. We've also got, so we've got water energy, we've got light, we've got fire over here as well, and the fire will very much be around the pranic, the energy of the eight. So this feels like, again, we've got a lot of change coming in. It feels like, but this feels different. This feels like more of a playful sort of like, ooh. It feels like perhaps so we've got this, right, this Knight of Pentacles, and it feels like this has been like you've been very patient, right? And we've been clearing perhaps some of the thoughts around impatience or this like deep need for things to happen now, 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 now. And you may have been feeling yourself in that cycle over the past couple years, this sort of pushing energy to make things happen. And that seems very pertinent to make things happen. Um, and this is really kind of bringing us back into the breath. And when we talk about the breath, we're talking about what? Presence. When you focus on your breath, you can't focus on the breath that you just took or the next breath you're going to take. You can only be with the breath that is happening right now. So this feels like coming back into balance. And when we talk about balance, this is often referring to the sacral energy, the second energy body. And it's like bringing in more harmony, right? Sort of this what feels like perhaps has been a bit of a pendulum, a bit of extremes going from like way over here to way over here, like moving in between these sort of extremes. It feels like really starting to come back in and finding your own unique set point, this sort of rebalance between the masculine and the feminine. So perhaps you've been had a lot of times where you're in this cycle of being super, super feminine, super, super in the flow, but not really like a lot of tangible, grounded thought processes or actions. Or there's been times where you feel like you're really in your masculine, you're go, 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 but it feels a little bit disconnected from the feminine. And it feels like we're having this earth and cosmic rebalance between the spirit and the human or the body, between the masculine and the feminine. So perhaps pulling us out, this is like a massive growth period, right? And we've got this like toadstool energy. Um, it's really encouraging you with this change card to find your own way, right? To recognize that as you're coming back into this rebalance, the harmony or the balance for you is not going to look like anybody else. So we're balancing out this like feminine, masculine, this cosmic, and this, this spirit and this body. And there's no, you're creating the blueprint. You are the blueprint. Allow yourself to be this shapeshifter, right? When we look at the clouds, clouds are, a beautiful metaphor for shape shifting because they're always changing shape. They're always being rearranged. They're open to perspective. Someone may see an elephant, someone else sees a turtle. And they move between forms, and I don't know the different names for the clouds, but they accumulate water. We get the rain, we get the ether, they're constantly moving in and out of form. So it's like this playful opportunity, this expansive energy to not only balance the masculine and the feminine, but the childlike energy, the playful energy. And this is where this balance in the two is coming in the sacral. It's like this life force energy, this creative spark that we're going to use to help navigate us into this rebalance, this harmonic set point for each and every one of us individually, and to allow it to be playful and expansive as we continue to clear and move some of the impatience off of this and allow it to be fun. Allow it to be this opportunity to really enjoy the journey of the creation. So this feels like very just like light, I don't know, I want to say airy fairy, like very just like light, delicate, gentle, but super fun and empowering energy that is coming in. Okay. And then our next set of cards, we have the Two of Wands here. And Two of Wands is often when we're facing a choice, right? Like we're kind of at a crossroads. There's two paths for us. And this is we've had this card recently too, potential. And again, when we were talking about, the potential, it's when a volcano it hasn't yet erupted. There's so much energy that's so much is happening underneath the surface that you're not aware of. It can erupt at any moment. You don't know. And so it's almost like this energy that everything that you're doing is adding up. It's all adding up. There's so much hidden potential beneath the surface, and that at any moment it's ready to erupt and to overflow, right? And that feels like a good word, pushing you into overflow. And while we think of volcanoes as something that could be kind of disruptive, or the lava flow could be a little bit disruptive, at the same time, the ground becomes very fertile after the lava flows, after we've had a volcanic eruption. So there's interesting. Let's see what else we've got. Okay, so we have pure spirit. We've had this one recently too, purification. This is the energy of the 30. When we talk about the three to the infinite potential, we are talking about the positive mind, the this creative energy. Life is the stage, very creative sort of energy. And then we have 10 of Raphael, and you could see we've got, the woman and the man, we've got the kids in the background, we've got nature here, we've got the light and the rainbows coming in, and we've got she's got, I think, no, those are bows. I think those are bows all over her. Okay. So what feels like this is okay. What once was divided is coming into one, is what this feels like. Again, kind of playing off the first cards, it feels like actually coming, it's almost like you've chosen. Like you see that this one here is sort of behind him. He's got his hand on this one. He's looking in this direction. The world is in his hand, sort of thing. It's like path is chosen. What once was divided, where you were once unsure, where there was some uncertainty, where there was some doubt. It's like we've been clearing all of this, and it does feel like we're continuing to clear, right, some of this off of it to make it even more so potent. But it feels like where you had been divided, you're like this way. I've chosen. It feels like you're coming into decision, you're coming into your power, you're no longer feeling divided. It's should I do this or should I do that? Or the shoulds, the ought tos, it feels like that's sort of clearing away. The perhaps fear of judgment around it, that also feels like that is lifting and continuing to like clear away. But that we're coming into this union sort of energy. And it's not just a relationship type vibe. It's an inner child type vibe. It's a family type vibe. It's a human, again, human and divine, masculine and feminine. It's career paths. Perhaps there has been some uncertainty around what you want to do or what you should do, or not feeling very clear as to what what is the path that you came here to walk. Um, feeling like this, I'm just feeling this sort of like lack of clarity, this uncertain energy, not really sure, really wanting to make sure you get it right. um, type of energy. And it feels like this, we're purifying this, we're clearing this off of here because you're sort of bringing this wandering energy that sort of has been like here and there, this yin yang. Again, the pendulum here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And it's bringing it back here. It's bringing it back into focus. It's bringing it back into I have decided, I have chosen, I'm getting clear. This is what I want. I've chosen my direction. And even though I am getting the impression that you're still not even completely aware of this, you are also feeling more aware of it. Like you're kind of like, yes, I'm pretty sure. I'm like 85% sure. And we're still working on completely locking that in. Um, but you're more clear on where your heart lies now. Like you're becoming more just kind of like and steadfast about it, a lot more just sort of convicted in the things that were holding you back before. Like, what will people think? What if someone tells me this is not my path? What if, like, all the things that have been thrown our way to sort of uh, throw us off or to keep us going in circles or to keep us confused. It feels like all of this has sort of been the veil has been lifting, it has been clearing. And so you're becoming more and more and more like aware of like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I am clear where my heart lies. In fact, I've been clear, and it has been all of these like outside influences or thoughts or beliefs or perceptions that have been throwing me off. And so it feels like you kind of know now where you want to go, and that doubt is clearing. And so now with this focus, it's like the energy is rearranging. So as opposed to splitting the energy, it's like now you're able to bring the energy into focus and to harness it in such a way that there is like exponential potential that is just like when all of this energy comes together versus being divided up. It's almost this like unstoppable, like it's a matter of time kind of energy. And so coming back into sort of this harmony, this masterful realigning of all of the energy, not just not just like it feels like all of it. Like it feels like all of your energy is starting to just like all of a sudden, you know how you have like all these puzzle pieces and all of a sudden they're starting to like come into place. And yeah, it just feels like, okay, they're all coming into place now and they're starting to sort of like, and as every puzzle piece is starting to come in, you're like, oh my God, okay, I see it. I feel it. I'm understanding. And it feels like a lot of these misunderstandings that you have had and like things that have been keeping you in loops are starting to clear and to move out of the way. Okay, so then we have the Six of Cups energy, and like Six of Cups is like nostalgia. It's past relationships, past memories, but like good ones, right? So don't be surprised if, someone from the past, a past relationship, perhaps friendships, just people, right? Like there could be various like past colleagues, perhaps a family member you haven't talked to, like if there could be this sort of reconnection happening this week. That said, it could also be just like nostalgia, like just being reminded of like really beautiful memories about things or having these really powerful dreams about things in the past. And it feels like that's really serving to help. Like there's so much sunlight, there's so much like a kind of yellow gold energy here. And it just feels like that's really serving to really it's like clearing up the mental plane and the emotional plane as well, but it's like bringing in this like really beautiful energy where there may have been some misunderstandings about things that have happened in the past or about your perspective about people in general or just feeling like this sort of like the negative mind, right, might have been like pretty powerful as of recent. And it feels like it's reminding you. It's like this I remember energy. I remember there is good. I remember there is beauty that has happened in my life. I remember that I have people that love and support me. I remember that everything that has been happening in my life has been happening for me. And I can see evidence. And it's like, this is this like, I remember energy in a very good, beautiful, again, supporting this realignment, supporting this harmony, supporting this, like, I can have this kind of vibe. Okay. And then we have going forward. And I want you to notice that, like, this is not a crossroad. This is literally like we've got one path here. We've got the sun over here. There's a clearing, and it's just like, just walk, just move forward, just go. Um, and and this is coupled with we've got dragonfly, spirit, energy of the 12, which is energy of 3. So again, we've got that 3, that positive mind energy coming in, the really highly creative, yeah, lots of creative energy coming in this week, lots of just like creative energy. Lots of movement in that second and third chakra in the power center in your life force energy, really clearing out those bodies. Breath is going to be your friend this week, being present, really beginning to let go of some of the past. And it also feels like some of those relationships and stuff, it's like coming forth also, so you can clear off some of the projections, some of the false narratives, false ideas, so it can continue to purify and clear. Now, with the dragonfly spirit, we have this energy of change. And it's interesting because, when they talk about the dragonfly, it's like the dragonfly can like fly backwards. Like it does like really interesting, like weird. I guess it's not weird for a dragonfly, but just it can fly in weird patterns that like a lot of things can't do. It's very comfortable in the change of the scenery because it flies, change in the seasons. I'm hearing that as well. And then change in directions, right? Change in directions. And this is coupled with the high priestess again. We've got this energy of the 2. It says powerful psychic insights, reflection, and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. That feels very important, to be at peace. So it feels like, again, coupled with this growth energy, this potential, we are choosing a path, becoming more convicted. It's really saying like go forward, move. Now is the time to move. Now is the time to move. Now is the time to move. I felt like I had to say that 3 times. Now is the time to move. You're going to be guided. Trust your intuition. You have been working with your intuition. You have been learning how to navigate using it. Now it feels like you're learning how to work with this intuition a little bit differently because it feels like there's more masculine structures here. So again, this balance and harmony, I use my intuition to move. The movement is the right. All energy has to have structure, has to be stabilized for it. Energy without form, without a structure, goes nowhere. It cannot move. So the energy, right? The feminine needs the masculine. And so it feels like here is the path for the energy to flow. Here is the path. Focus it and let's move. You will be guided. This is the intuition, right? And to embrace the change. And this is again the dropping things, the playful, right? The real playful, imaginary, head in the clouds. You're creating this. And it may not look, it's like look beyond what you see around you. This is very visionary energy. Look beyond what you're seeing other people do and don't allow what you're seeing outside of you to cause you to question your own set point, your own balance and harmony, the way that you build your life, the way that you build your business, the way that you navigate your career, the way that you are doing things. It's like you're being guided, your heart is open, you know which direction you want to go. And now it's bringing in this trust and this real like patient energy. It's almost like it feels like there's a reward coming. There's just like, I don't even know how to describe. There's not quite a word that I'm feeling for this energy coming in, but it just feels like on the verge of something really epic, something really, really epic coming in. And let me look at this going forward. So this going forward, as I'm looking at it, fertile soil. This feels like not only are we going forward on this path, and not only is there green grass, which, by the way, a massive representation of fertile soil, it feels like windfalls of like health, prosperity, abundance, love. It just feels like infinite potential. It feels like this card is signifying there is massive abundance coming. And I feel it very much too with this card. It just feels like you have no idea. What I'm hearing is you have no idea what you're capable of creating quickly when you focus the energy and when you come into your alignment with yourself, right? With your own set point. And this is for the highest good. I'm hearing this is for the highest good. You don't have to worry. This is like what the most possible for you is coming forward. Okay. And then for our final dun dun dun. Why am I missing? Oh, it's here. Okay, I thought I was missing a card. Okay. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles with purification. And we got this beautiful sunflower, sun energy. Feels like perhaps some fire energy coming in, power, more power coming in. We have Queen of Michael, which is this blue energy. Um, Feels like we have yellow roses, so I'm also feeling like this blue. I know this is yellow, but I'm feeling this blue rose sort of energy. You know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience, a time for your career rather than relationships. Okay. And I want to take a sigh. I want to take like a deep breath with this. Unicorn, purity, energy. We've got this beautiful unicorn. While this is like an ethereal energy, the unicorn, it's very grounded. It's got the trees, you've got the cosmos, and it says purity, energy of 4-5, which is a 9, completion energy, which goes very much in line with the energy of this year. Okay, so we've got Queen of Pentacles, right? Uh, Safety, abundance, the secure, materialistic, like uh you have resources, right? This is this energy of the fully resourced, fully sort of like in their power and their ability to create kind of energy. And we've got this like purification energy. It feels like there is still a little bit of clearing around some doubts, around some mis miscommunication is still coming in. It feels like something is really starting to unlock right now in the throat chakra. It feels like this is a part of the this communication, this power, reigniting the power with the wisdom. It feels like there has perhaps been some karmic loops that have been playing out. I'm seeing an infinity symbol, so some karmic energy that feels like is clearing. It feels like we're clearing, we're moving some of this energy out right now. We've got the bubbles here in the back. I don't know if you could see this. So we have, some of this, the sun, this fire energy, oh, a lot in the throat. But I'm seeing water in here as well, or is this light rays? I'm not really sure, but it feels like this bubble. So we've got this air, we've got earth, we've got fire. It feels like this unification, this bringing back. It feels like a very divine feminine energy, divine feminine, but also with the masculine structure. There's this yes, this energy that is moving in. It feels like bringing through codes. There's some codes here that are coming in, being brought in, reconnection with wisdom, with the throat chakra, with the heart, pulling it in, reigniting the power. It's almost like you are the light coming into you are the light. It's almost like you are the sunflower. Um, the feminine, right? Bringing back this divine feminine ability to create, deeply creative. And we had this like, the full moon in Leo that we just passed last week. And it was a very intense sort of like bringing in lots of clarity type of energy. But there's this like very creative Uranus type of energy coming in. I'm feeling with this lots of purification, lots clearing out, lots of karmic loops clearing out, lots of um following the false information. Yes, false information, which feels like perhaps tied to Egyptian timelines, but also the Dark Ages. So like clearing out some of this energy from the Dark Ages from and I'm talking about, like King Arthur times, like, and I know that I don't know if King Arthur honestly was truly real or if it's only mythical, but I know that I truly believe in all of that sort of stuff. Um, and so it feels like clearing out some of the energy of the dark ages, the clearing out perhaps some of this Anunnaki type of energy, following the false information, following the false narrative, following and really it feels like it's being cleared out of a lot of this, right? Bringing in more creator, more truth, more power, more light, really anchoring in some of this forgotten feminine energy, wisdom. Um, Again, we've got Queen Michael, right, sitting here. So we've got this queen, brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, humorous. You know exactly what to do. You know exactly what to do. And then this unicorn energy is, I mean, it's this innocence energy. It is this divine miracle leaping forward. I'm hearing this leaping like, oh my God. Okay, I'm getting chills. Like leaping forward, there is a massive potential. Where's my volcano energy that feels like it's about ready to erupt? But I feel like in alignment with what we talked about, if I'm remembering this correctly from last week, there was like this springtime energy that was coming in. It feels like very much on the other side of this um, equinox. which happens, I believe, March 21st. It feels like we are wrapping up, we're clearing, we're still in the purification energy of this winter season, but we are preparing for a very fruitful, a very abundant, a very highly creative. You're pulling in all the resources, you're bringing, you're clearing, you're bringing in all of your power, all of these things for an anchoring that is going to leap, that is going to be an expansion. We had expansion, growth, potential, all of these things coming in springtime. So on the other side of March, as we enter into April, May, these time periods, and to really reconnect back, it's like clearing out. This is like clearing out those past timelines, clearing out the things that have happened in the past. And this could be, past lives, but it could also be things that have happened here in particular. Because remember, everything that has happened in your past is represented in your current life. There are things that are happening that are metaphors that are bringing in these energy to kind of like bring it all together. It's all happening now for us. It's all happening here. And so it's reconnecting and allowing yourself to go back into the innocence of forgetting in some ways, but it didn't work last time. But I failed at this before. But I was judged for this like this. It's like forgetting and releasing and coming back into this purity, into this, it's this unfiltered, super potent truth that is not corrupted, disrupted, infiltrated by the negative thought forms, by the negative worshiping, I'm hearing worshiping entities, by the inversions, by those that by those that are have been trying to disrupt the anchoring of the divine feminine wisdom here on this planet that is a highly creative energy that is here to bring, you're here to bring back and anchor in this wisdom, in its truth, in its holiness, in its full power, and its ultimate potential for the highest and the greatest for yourself and for all. And so remembering that you are the bearer of miracles. You are, right? Believe in the miracles again. Know this truth. Reconnect to the innocence, the which when I'm saying innocence is the uh think of the baby, right? When the baby is born, the baby has not experienced life yet. It is pure. It is divine. It is uh un I don't know why the word, it's like they don't even want me to talk about, say any negative words. It's just like it is this beautiful essence of who you are, right? That really is unlocking this, that is becoming this, that is recognizing you have a mission that is getting ready to unfold for you very quickly, very quickly, very quickly, very quickly. I can't I cannot, uh, the intensity of it is not going to feel overwhelming, but it is there. Know it is there. Know that it is powerful. Know it is impactful. Know it is important to continue to move, to shift, to open up, and to allow all of this to be received and to move through you this week and to really reconnect with the idea that, like, even if it hasn't looked like it will happen, it has happened before, or you have felt this way before, this time is different. This time is different. Whew. Okay. All right. So lots, as usual, a lot coming through this week. That being said, oh my God, we are doing such important work. I'm being reminded to remind you, you create your reality. Do not let the outside world bring you and pull you in into fear, into disparity, into thought processes that are going to cause you to spiral down. Protect your energy. Remember, you are creating it. You are creating this world. You are the creator of this world. If what you are seeing on the outside you don't like, you change it in here. You do not change it out there. Do not fight the war out there. Find the peace in here. Okay. All right. So if you haven't connected with me on Instagram, come find me on Instagram at I am Wendy Gerhart, where I talk to you all things about leadership, I'm a huge activator of power and abundance and money channeling. So find me there, and I will see you. By the way, let me go ahead and say this. If you like this, please give it a like, share it with somebody, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on next week's energy update.